Believers Radio. Hey yo, welcome back again to Believers Records, the show where we drop a heat every 4 times of the week, the place where magic begins. So guys, in today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you guys on how to make a crazy R&B beat, I'm gonna be teaching you guys on how to make a fire beat. I'm gonna be teaching you on how to make a person
listen to your beat to the end, captivation, actually,
taking that thing all the way to the end. So before we actually get into that, I would like to wish you happy New Year. So I'm hoping that you guys actually I'm hoping that you guys had a wonderful year last year, and I'm hoping that you actually have a wonderful year in the time that's coming. As you work hard, as you try to reach your target. Man, these things don't come easy, bro. Man, you gotta work hard for this shit, bro. Don't let nobody lie to you, fellas, man. You gotta work hard, nigga. Like, this shit don't come easy, bro. You gotta put in that work, man. You gotta put in the hours to make your shit sound good, man. So don't let nobody lie to you that you get there by just playing around, man. You gotta work hard. So let this be the year that you actually break out. Let this be the year that you actually, get to your target, and do all that shit, doesn't just come easy, man. You gotta work hard, man. You can't just accept, expect to actually, get there. So let this be the year that you actually break out. Let this be the year that you actually do your thing. All the best. So with that aside, I would like to give you that daily reminder. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to the channel. It surely does help us a lot. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop you some heat. And also, if you like this video, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get into the R&B beat. So what makes a crazy R&B beat? You need crazy melodies, and not just for R&B. That goes for every type of beat. So you need some crazy melodies. So you need to learn. You need to train your ear, in making crazy melodies. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a melody right now. So I'm thinking what chord to use here. I'm thinking of using D for the lovely girls out there. I'm just fucking around. So let's go ahead and make a melody here, man. So Believers Radio. Yeah. Let me just put this in line just to make things a little bit easier. Let's put on the metronome. I'm thinking of making a slow R&B beat, so I'm going to be using 120 BPM. That's a simple chord. That's a simple chord melody. So I'm not here to teach you about melodies. I'm thinking that you guys already know all that. So now that we have this upper melody, I'm gonna go ahead and make a bass melody with a lower octave. So let's go ahead and look for that. trying to look for whatever. It doesn't matter. So let's go. Move. All right, let's go ahead and make a duplicate out of this. Let's duplicate this. I hope you guys is learning something. So let's go ahead and make this melody, a little bit unique. So let's add some melodies here on the upper octave. You know what? I'm thinking we actually take this to like 80 BPM. Let's see how that sounds. 80. Slow 90. So I don't like this piano. Let's go ahead and look for another one. It's actually not bring that vibe, the vibe matters as well. So I don't feel like this piano is actually bringing that vibe that I was looking for. So let's go ahead and look for another piano. So there's a couple here. I'm using Triton. So let's go ahead and look for another piano, something that actually brings that vibe. So something like that. Sounds wavy, man. So what I'm gonna do next, we're gonna go ahead and put some drums in here. So maybe like a snare or maybe a clap. I'll be using the oval drum kit by Believers from Believers Records. The Drake OVO, sorry, not OVO drum kit. So you can actually go ahead and get it. It's actually free. You know. Uh, so let's go ahead and look for a clap or something like that. Check out the snares. Sounds good. There's this Eminem drum kit that I made some time back. No, I think it was actually some time back. It was just after the OVO Drake drum kit. It has some nice claps if I remember. I'll go ahead and check that out. So one thing you gotta know, man, you gotta learn how to choose the drums that you use, in different genres. Every genre has a vibe, man. So you need to know what type of drum to use. So if it's a clap and uh, there's a vibe that you're trying to get into, everything has to rhyme. From the melody to the type of type of clap or maybe snare or maybe I don't think the kick actually matters as much, but the percussion, the snares, all that has to go with the vibe. So I'm feeling like this is actually bringing that. So let's find out. Let's go ahead and see that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use two claps. So I'm gonna be assuming that someone is actually doing like a clap. So like two people actually clap in the same time, but they don't hit the same time, right? Because the timing itself. So one person has to be late. So I'll be using two claps, and then I'm gonna offset both claps to hit at different times, so it can sound like two people actually doing that shit. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's just go ahead and copy paste this. You can do Control C, Control V. Yep, that easy. So let's go ahead and offset this. So obviously first, even without the two claps, you need to learn how to offset because I'm thinking maybe if you're doing this from the computer like we're doing here right now, you need to learn how to understand that every sound has to be analog. So I'm assuming that someone's actually just assume someone's actually making this from a beatbox. There's no way he's gonna be on time, man. He's gonna miss the time, and so you have to make it sound. You have to actually make it sound like someone is actually doing this from the beatbox, and you actually miss. So what I'm gonna do here is just offset this, offset the clap. I'm gonna offset both. So still that, so he misses by that. It's a good trick. Make your shit sound analog. Miss by that. Miss by that. All right. So I hope you guys are actually learning something from this. This is basic stuff, to make your shit sound, good. At the end of the day, you don't need to do some some crazy stuff to make your beat sound crazy. Sometimes all it takes, some basic steps, just implementing the basic, just to implement these basic steps, and the rest just comes. So once you actually know how to do that, the rest should be easy. So let's go ahead and do that the same here. So the hell, the fuck. All right, sorry for that. So since we can actually see this, this is here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. And put this one here. Can you hear that? It sound like they're hitting. Sounds like it's actually hitting them. Different times. Did you hear that again? Yeah. That's the sound, bro. So crazy, right? So I'm gonna offset this on different places. So I'm just using the previous clap. Just know I'm gonna put the next one. All right. So here, the next one, it's got to be somewhere around here. Somewhere here. Yeah. So I'm hoping that you're actually loving this, and I'm hoping that you actually, learning something. So then after this, we have to put the clap and key with the main melody, so that whole thing can just rhyme together. Putting everything in key matters a lot. You have to know that. So and after all this basic stuff, the rest should be easy peasy for you. Gang staging, mixing on the mixer, and these simple steps matters a lot. Matters a lot in the end. So don't go and just be thinking that put in crazy plugins on this will make your shit sound crazy. You might have that on that, and your shit still sounds like shit. All right, so now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and look for a kick. I'm thinking of using a punchy kick, maybe less punchy. I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's go back to the OVO drum kit. Yeah, this sounds good. Let's use this one. I like the tone of it. It sounds like Dre. So let's put off the metronome. I don't need it anymore. like the kick pattern, so let's go ahead and duplicate that. Let's just have that playing over and over. It's good. So it actually sounds like Drake in it. So I'm gonna actually sing on this, or maybe even just rap on this shit. You know, this women come and go. Sound like Drake on this. All right, let's. Wait. I don't like that last part of the kick. Change that. Something like that. Something like that. Some shit like that. That makes sense. Small bouncy in it. So let's change. Let's just put that in the whole thing. I'm sorry that I have to keep making these changes. You know, it happens in music. You know, once you have an idea, then you feel like then you then you feel like it's not what you thought. So you got to keep making these changes, man. It happens, bro. So sorry for that if you're not used to it. So yeah. Sorry. So let's go ahead and just put a whatever a hi-hat. So I'm thinking no, actually before we do that, let's go ahead and put a percussion. That sounds good. Can't really hear it. Wow, crazy. Did you hear that? So actually this percussion, like the pattern here, it's like it's actually complementing sorry, this part over here. I don't know if you actually heard that. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. use another one. Well, I'm sorry, I like to play around with percussion, just to make the sound a little bit, unique. If that's the name. If that's a word I'm looking for. If that's a name for it. Yep. So yeah. So let's duplicate that. It sounds good to me. So yeah. Huh. Yeah, right places. Right places. No, it's actually not in the right place. So I'm actually just thinking of using a basic, a basic hi-hat pattern. So like so sounds nice. Let me try this A first. So to make this sound better, so let's have like another melody, complementing this. We can't just have the piano just playing the whole time. So let's look for I'm using treated again. So I'm using one of those Japanese guitars. I like using that. So let's check out this one called Kodo. Sorry. So check out. See how this gonna happen. Let's change this to like 6 step. go ahead and make this part a little bit, unique. So I'm gonna cut this. Just added that. Sorry for the synthesis. I sound like one of those, Japanese. Then I'll cut this again. This one here. And then just cut this. I'm actually giving you guys the sauce, like what I've actually been. If you guys have been listening to the trap soul and R&B beats that I've been uploading, some of the tips, some of the tips. These are some of the tips, and techniques that I've been applying in it. Yep, that sounds good to me, man. That sounds crazy already, man. It's sounding crazy already. So, as always, let's go ahead and duplicate this. So, since we're actually playing in G minor, let's go ahead and change everything to G minor. So that includes all the drums. So from here. All right, I want to have one of the claps that we made before. When playing on a higher octave and the other one on a lower octave. So that sounds good. So let's go ahead and just arrange this. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and put the bass. So I'm gonna use contact for that. I have this bass from Ovo. Is it Ovo or Ovio? I don't know. There's this bass. I like to use it. All right, yeah. So let's go ahead and put the bass. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit of swing. maybe 5 or something. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit late. It's part of the offset. All right, so yeah, so I think we've actually come to the end of this lesson. So I hope that you guys actually, I hope that you guys, actually have fun with me, making this, and I hope that you actually, you learn something, and I hope this changes your beat making process. So I hope this makes you elevate to a new level, and yeah, that's all we care about here at Believers Records. So yeah. So that's it, man. So yeah, go ahead and make that heat, bro. And yeah, I would like to hear what you guys have actually learned about this. Just let me know in the comments down below if you actually like this, if you actually get vibed with it, and maybe if you guys have any suggestions about what you guys would like to see on the next lesson. So yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, so enjoy yourself. Make crazy banging beats with this, and I'ma see you on the next one. Goodbye. Stay safe. Namaste.